Hi everyone, I'm Santiago Alarcón and join me for a day in Motion Boulder. So this was one of the three locations that they have. In my experience, the one I visited was pretty straightforward and had a lot of space in parking. So there was no trouble at all finding space for parking. You can park right there on the streets or on the sides. And as you can see, the entrance of the place, it's small, but it wasn't really crowded. And the market audience that it's set for people that want to climb but don't want to really go to places with rocks, and it's easier and near. So moving to the segment one, which are the day passes. In my experience, I bought the newbie pass, which is 220 Mexican pesos. The registration is a form that it's given through a QR. You can see right there on the screen that this is the form. It's pretty straightforward, no longer than 5 to 10 minutes. You have a photo ID capture, and with the payment it's pretty easy because you can pay either via cash or card, so no problem there at all. It's really easy. So moving on to the second segment, it's the items, and there you can see different kinds of items that go from sportswear to beverages and food, or even those small tiny packs used for putting the magnesium powder or chalk. It's basically targeted for people that take on more seriously or professionally the exercise, or even people that want to refresh themselves, or even people that get the munchies when doing the exercise. So these are the shoes that renting them is really easy. You just have to know your shoe size, and it's included in the nudie packs. And there you can see that there are seats for parents that don't want to climb and are just there for their children or just to watch. And moving on to the third segment are the private classes. And these are for people that want to take on the exercise more seriously. And there you can have a safe space away from the public spaces that you meet strangers and whatever else, where you can have a special coach coaching you one to one. And there you can have the different levels of difficulty explained in a more professional way so that you can learn. So these are for people that want to take on a more personal or particular approach. So as you can see, this is more for pros rather than beginners. And looking at the facilities, we had like the whole tour and our day pass. Like I said, it's more of an introduction rather than a specialized class. And so looking at the facilities, they were clean and secure, yes. They had bathrooms and lockers, and it looked pretty complete to the extent that it's needed. So looking around the areas of the gym, we found our next area, which is basically part of our segment number four, which are gym memberships, which are monthly. These types of memberships are a great way of targeting different types of customers, because not only it basically differentiates itself, but it doesn't limit the product it provides for only one type of people. It also targets people that want to train with calisthenics, or also want to train with spinning machines to train their endurance, or also weight training. And it's a great way of captivating another type of audience that want to do alternative sports. So there you can see the type of crowd that it has, the gym. It's not small crowded, but not also big crowded. We found it in this experience to be medium crowded, so it was really good. And talking to the staff over there, we found out that this was one of the lowest crowds that you could find on the weekend. So basically, the crowd is among weekdays in the afternoons, and the most crowded days are on the Fridays, but that's a different day than the one we went to this place. About the processes, about making the line, paying, or even getting ready to climb, there was no problem for me whatsoever. Because I dare to say that the most challenging and long one was registering with the QR, but even then it was 5 to 10 minutes at the worst. So what I mean by this is that the service truly was good for me, at least in the first part. Now, speaking of the introduction of the newbie pass, I really expected something to be a little bit more. Like I said, it wasn't bad, it was good, but it wasn't great either. So for the newbie pass, I would say that the service process, it was great, but when talking about the introduction class, it was just good. So that's pretty much it. So as part of the experience, you can see me there trying to climb the wall, struggling, and that's after speaking to the staff. And you can see it compared to the people over there that are way much better than me and obviously long-term clients. And moving on about what we spoke with the staff is the next segment, which are the kids membership classes. And these are a type of classes that were explained to us that are for really small kids, really little kids. And it's not as an adult membership. It's basically for mothers or parents that want to keep their child proactive, but it's obviously not going to be as hard as an adult membership class or even a particular class. So from this visit, I did get all the information that I wanted, from schedules to different type of crowds at different times and segmentations from the gym and its target audience. I wouldn't really come back, even though it was fun and enjoyable for me, because it wasn't a really demanding gym session, and I found out about the type of business that it is. This is basically a hobby business that is for a niche market and urban climbers, and that is why a new visitor wouldn't come back. And for the general mainstream audience, they have a low habit formation, and the climbing culture hasn't really boomed here in Guadalajara. So in the long term, this isn't actually a really good business because it struggles with a limited total market. Overall, I had no bottlenecks aside from recording this experience, and this was pretty much my day. Thank you for watching.